Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready. For some fine red snow action, welcome. Hope everyone is doing great today as we are here on this fine December 27th, 2017 for Red Snow 3, subtitled I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. We've got a full chat here this evening. We're ready to go. We're going to have fun. We're going to crank through this show, and it'll be fun for the whole family. Well, maybe not for the whole family. This is probably an adult show here. I'm not that kind of adult show, though, Toth. I had that follower noise set. Thank you for the follow. I was wondering where that sound was coming from. So, first thing I want to do before we even get started, I even wrote it down so I'd remember, is give a shout out to our boy Rob. Handles Kel Gable and Hades. He got married today. That's huge. Big congrats. Let's give him all a hand. Obviously, he's not here. He's got better things to do tonight. But I wanted to give a shout out before we got anything started. Oh, and Tam was even here, who was in said wedding. And then it just did the other follow noise. Well, I maybe should have tested that, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. We have got the show ready. I've even got the first segment loaded. I was just given a brief intro. Tonight is the all-killer, no-filler edition. No pre-show, none of that. We did have a little bit of DJ Lane going at it. Not as good as DJ Hysteria, but what can you do? And we're going to go ahead and jump in, jump in here. Yeah. Don't glance at the chat whenever you're in the middle of a thought, because Dean will have his hand around his cock. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this show is going to kick us off. I believe this was a question in the predictions contest, so let's see if anybody got it right. And I got to see if I got it sized appropriately. We're starting things off with the Chief. All right. And I can go one bigger. There we go. So this segment is entitled Not Unto Us. It takes place in the Chief's office. Let's see how much of this bad boy I can get on the screen at one point. That'll do for right now. Let's go ahead and jump in here. I think I even missed this prediction myself. Oh, we even got the music. The weather outside is frightful. Except it was a stoic, crisp, deep voice instead of a singing voice. Got the guy that showed up at Ring King to kind of blow the lid on the nature of OSW. And of course, the old Chief is there. And the Chief is on the hook to stop the war between good and evil. They all have to stop it. They all have to work together. The fate of the world rests upon the shoulders of two men, the Chief and the one true hope. If he loses and the Chief fails, the war begins. Nice. Within the tap room is the difference between life as we know it and the apocalypse. And the Chief, normally a very sassy man, just says he'll do what he has to do. And then we get that line that I don't know what it means. I always dig the Latin getting thrown in there. Nice. So this segment sets the tone for the entire event, gets us in the mood for what Red Snow is going to bring. We've got the Chief. We've got Hayden's on the translation. We've got the chief, and we've got this mysterious fellow, who hopefully will get a name, so I can stop coming up with ways to say mysterious fellow. And everything is going to go down. But not only that, we're going to jump into our first, maybe match? Yes. We're going to jump into our first match of the evening, a four-way, fatal four-way match. Tommy Dillon, Croatoan, Kashim, and Freddie Rhodes. I probably should have practiced pronunciation on some of these guys. So let's get as much of this here as we can, and we'll jump right into this first match. This new format just makes it really easy to read, I feel like, in a lot of regards. I love these fatal four-way or any multi-man match because you can have a lot of action going on. We see Dillon gets a quick advantage. No, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Kashim gets the quick advantage with some massive right hands. Monkey flip. Love to see a good monkey flip. Or even a bad one. It's text. They're all good. Shoulder block to the knee. Shades of the Nature Boy. Big frog splash from Freddie Rhodes. He hooks the leg. He gets a 1. He gets a 2. But Croatoan ain't having that. He's going to jump in there and make the save. We've got Croatoan laying waste here. Running power slam. He stomps with the crowd going along. Only gets 4, though, because he stops. Referee's 5 count. Love to see some good attention to the 5 count. But I just love seeing the rules. Let's see. Kashim checks to see if his mouth is bleeding. Looking good. And the laugh is someone following me, I think, but it's showing up weird whenever it does and doesn't happen. So if you hear the laugh, it indicates something, but I guess I have something that should be on but isn't. It's making it do that. But there's not really a way to test that. Anyway, let's stay here engaged in the match. Assistant to the regional manager, Toth. All right, let's jump down here to another pinfall. Wow. So I'm pretty sure every follow was going to have 3 different sounds that play at 3 different times to it. Oh boy. Guess I botched that one. Anyway, let's stay in the match. We've got Dillon coming out of nowhere with the Horizon Bomb, which is a reverse brain buster. And he nails a springboard curb stomp that he calls the Hailstorm. Those are some badass names. It gets a 1, it gets a 2, and it gets a 3! Tommy Dillon with the big win. At the biggest show of the year, starting it off right, hot match. Big ups to Tommy Dillon for picking up the win. Now my computer is making stuff here. All right, let's hope that's no more issues. All right, let's see. We've got ourselves a refresh. Let's see if I have the same problems, and I'm going to, it appears, with images pulling up that I had last time. Might just be using some stuff, but we're going to leap right into a Genesis segment, which should be very nice. And this segment is entitled The Natural Order. Okay. Good old-fashioned showdown. Call to arms. Something just fell over there. Scarecrow calls Mother out that she wishes to end humanity. And he knows what she's doing. Well, what is she doing? Great line. With infinite time comes infinite wisdom. You see your hand on their shoulder and mistake it for his. His. There's a natural order of the planet. Who is his? Should be able to get the rest of this on here. Oh. Big revelations here. Mother creating wars. Watch the world burn, and the world always overcomes. But her monsters failed. Hitler, Stalin, Bin Laden. But Scarecrow will not fail. She says she'll destroy him. He says, if you could have, you would have. All right. Very interesting. Big revelation here. Mother going through and basically being behind a lot of evil, or at least what we consider evil in this world. And Scarecrow is on a mission to still destroy. We've got, this is the match, I assume. Yes, we've got Clyde Johnson on the left, Devon Chambers in the middle, and Tommy Wright on the edge. Let's see how these guys square off in a triple threat match. The Bishop versus Sky Highness versus the Gov. Beautiful segment, followed by what appears like it's going to be a hot match. Ooh, Gorilla Press. I love a good Gorilla Press. Good luck to all three of these competitors. I know we've got a couple of them in the chat, which now that I look, I see we've actually got a pretty full house here. I'm impressed. Thanks for coming out, guys. Got some outside the ring action. A bulldozing senton. He's going for aggro, but Clyde doesn't let that happen. These guys are keeping it outside of the ring. Smoothly rolling through. The perfect salt. Oh, but Chambers catches him. We see a running power slam called Bible bashing. Chambers hooks the leg. 1, 2, and that's a kick out. The Bishop heads up to the top rope and nails a forearm smash. But he doesn't nail the forearm smash. He gets nailed with a forearm smash. Tommy Wright comes out of nowhere, leaps up to the top rope, hooks an arm to lift him. I love that kind of spot. Oh, but he can't lift him up. He's too big. Double. Super double suplex. Wright makes the cover. It's a 1. It's a 2. Ah, but Clyde ain't having that. He ain't having that. They both make it up to their feet for a drop kick. Wright gets knocked back into the rope, catches himself. Clyde gets back to his feet. Oh, there's the aggro. Paid off from the end. Wright makes the pin. 1, 2. No. Chambers broke up the pinning attempt. Huge bear hug. Slams Wright on top of Clyde, using him as a weapon. Hits the pastor's plunge. Makes the pinfall attempt. We get a 1, we get a 2, and we get a 3. The Bishop gets the win. Huge smile on his face. He's a happy man. And now we're going to move forward. Oh, we're moving on to number 1. This segment is entitled Legacy. Let's see what the legacy is. Marvelo looking at himself in the mirror. Oh, but he's kidnapped. Kind of. Just has his face covered. Handcuffed. A booming voice. Ooh. You're a disappointment. Your father expected better of you. Marvelo's father. A great man. Greater than Marvelo ever knew. He protected the innocent and guided the broken. He would be ashamed. Nice. So it is a hereditary name. He hoped he would take over the mantle. He would be the replacement hero that the world deserved. But instead, he's become an embarrassment to his legacy. But the man tosses him a mask. Be the hero this place will need you to be. But Marvelo wants to know, how? How? But the man is gone. Very nice, very nice. Always interesting to see that other element that's always been on the edge of the Marvelo character. That edge that really just says that there's more to him and his backstory than what we have seen. So we'll see how that plays out. Next up, we've got the Streak. Ethan Rose versus El Treble Jr. And I'm sure Scoot's pretty hyped here. All right, let's jump into this singles match and see how it all plays out between these two in their battle of pride and dominance. Oh! Surprise attack! Surprise attack from Ethan Rose. Steel chair. Poor officiating, calling for the bell. But I suppose El Treble's on his feet. Ethan Rose is going to do anything to protect his streak. Welcome, Dawson. Ethan Rose healing on the crowd. He won't even hit all 10 of the knife edge chops. Rose takes a step back and raises his hands as if he's won a damn gold medal. I love it. Oh, Treble's making a comeback. Oh. I thought I didn't have that on screen, but it gets a 1 and a 2 and a kick out. Rose keeps the streak alive. But he's still shocked at how close it was. Treble leaps through the air and locks on a triangle choke. I'm not going to try to pronounce some of these moves that I know I can't pronounce, so heads up on that. Oh, but Rose got the ropes. Rake of the eyes. Good old-fashioned cheating. Belly to belly in a cover. 1, 2. No, no, no. Wow. Rose grabs Treble and bends him over his knee and spanks him thrice. Interesting. But the crowd does not like it here. El Treble is mad and fired up. Coming right after him with a nut shot. It's super effective against Ethan Rose. I guess good thing I used the Pokemon song earlier. Falls to his knees. Another pointing finger gun gesture. And hits that move, a moonsault, which flips backwards for a Frankensteiner. Treble makes a cover. 1, 2, the streak. 3, no! He did it! El Treble Jr. breaks the streak, gets a big win over Ethan Rose. Huge win for El Treble Jr. Huge win. Breaking the streak of Ethan Rose. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. We've seen one streak broken here tonight. Later on, will we see a second as Edward Newton takes on Hysteria? But yes, Scoot does have a point. There was cheating involved. There was a nut shot. Let's keep this show moving. Congratulations to Treble. I think you're here. And let's see what's next. All right. We've got, I think they're the Underground. Jake, Jekyll, and Calypso. Segment entitled When I Can't Crawl. Alright, guys, so there is actually, if you'll direct yourself to the chat, there is a prediction points thing here for the first person who can tell him where a quote he used in this came from. So be on the lookout and see if you see anything you may recognize from some other medium. I am disqualified from it. Who knows if I would get it anyway. So let's get some of this segment on here. We're now in the subway, the deserted tunnels. Sickness ravaging the camp, even more so than usual. We saw what happened last month with the virus and what happened to the followers of Calypso. But even now, she is sick. Jekyll says it true. She's been infected. All of them have been infected. She told her people last week to abandon her, and here's why. There's no use fighting. You should abandon us before you succumb to our infection. But the Juggalo says no. Calypso tells him the war is over. She's still gonna fight. Wow. Strong words from Jake Jekyll here. When she can't crawl, he'll carry her. And Jake has affection toward her. Very good interplay. But they need help. And Jake's gonna get help. All right. All right. Looks like that was from Firefly. I've never seen Firefly, but I'm assuming it's the crawling quote. But that's neither here nor there. But we're going to see who Jake gets for help and if that help will be there tonight. See some notes in the chat. Maybe Jack Jekyll, the thought dead brother of, I think he's currently thought dead. I sometimes get confused on characters. And Osric Mortimer as well. Osric Mortimer was last sighted at last year's Red Snow, where at least his vessel was killed by Hysteria in a buried alive match. But we'll have to wait and see what comes for us next. What we have next is a battle between the Automaton, or Tam, and Jason Novan. A man who has mysterious powers from a broken order, who is struggling to find his way in today's world. Will the Chosen One break the machine, or will Tam power through? Marvelous Master Chef reference from good old Dave. Very interesting start to the match, trying to pinpoint one another's weaknesses. One using mechanical means, the other using whatever the source of his power is to do so. Big counter. Counters a Rainmaker with the Darkness Within. The Bullhammer comes from out of nowhere. But that only gets a kick out. You're not going to win a match that soon. Tam kicks out and Jason immediately goes into the armbar. We see the Chosen One making a huge run here at the beginning of the match. But Tam's just too much. He picks him up off the ground and slams him back down. But Jason ain't going to let go. Chosen One continues to rip and tear. And takes a running... Tam picks up Jason's 220-pound frame and takes a running leap out of the ring. They both crash out of the ring. That broke the hold. That, I would hope so. The automaton grabs Jason and tries to put a gorilla press slam. It's the second one I've noticed. Big ups. But the armbar damaged him first. But Tam with the spear. And he drops him with the UFO. 1, 2. Oh, kick out. The automaton. He's mad. He wanted to finish it. Tam springboards off the ropes for the first flight / last flight. Oh, but Jason counters with the path to balance. Spine buster. Locks in the Anaconda Vice. Sparks are flying from Tam as Jason pulls back on it. He's pulling back on it. But Tam rolls him into a pin. 1, 2. Kick out. But Jason had to let go of the Anaconda Vice. The Chosen One keeps it going, nails a frog splash, gets another Anaconda Vice. Tam is struggling. Jason's pulling back on it. He's really cranking it in. And he even tells him, give up or I'll break it. Jason shouts at the struggling automaton. Tam's all over the place. He taps out. What? The automaton, Tam is tapped out. Jason Novan was going to rip the arm off. Tam has been defeated. But Novan slides to the outside and makes sure he's okay. That's a big moment between these two right here. All right. Beautiful stuff. Big congrats to Jason. I'm not sure if you're with us tonight, but either way, hopefully you catch this another time. We've got ourselves a segment here between these guys who we saw mostly. Oh, yeah, we saw all of these earlier. It's called Fire and Brimstone. Brimstone. The locker room is bustling on this fine Christmas holiday. I like the intro line. We've got marked out who all is there. Treble, Rose, Wright, Chambers, Kashim, and Dylan. The Chief has requested unity within the locker room. So the Chief has made everyone get together. But the lights start flickering. And fire roars through the room. And somebody starts talking. We've got a verse here from one of the Gospels, I believe. This is John the Baptist speaking, telling that he baptized you with water, but he who is mightier than I is coming, the strap of whose sandals I am not worthy to untie. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. If you wish to pass, you must be of righteous soul. That was in reference to the coming of Jesus Christ. If you're not too familiar with the Holy Book, very interesting usage there. Tommy Dillon is ready to step up, but Treble has a bad feeling about this. But if only the righteous may walk through the flames, they must be evil. Devon steps through. He has no problems. He hasn't been burned. Of course, he would be the first one to. Treble Jr. walks through, but he isn't as fortunate as Devon Chambers. Flames ravage the latex suit he's wearing. He drops and rolls. Stop, drop, and roll. Holla. Tommy Wright leaps through them. And he's on fire too. Rose and Kashim walk directly through the fire. Of course they do. But Dylan realizes what's going on. What's he realize? This is a trick. The men aren't righteous. They're anything but. But the fire just stops. And Dylan, rightfully so, says, we have to go. Very, very interesting here. As Alex says, it's a heel flame. Very, very interesting. We have got ourselves an appearance from at least someone quoting a religious text, but things that weren't quite as they appeared. Great segment here. Great segment. Pretty neat to see all of the heels go through like that. This camera is far more zoomed in than it normally is. All right, that feels a little better. This is a really neat segment here. A lot of things that we need to look at. I'd say even if we just look at the verse, someone who's mightier than him is coming, that he will baptize them with the Holy Spirit and fire. And if you wish to pass, you must be of righteous soul. Something to think about as we go through here. Curious to see what comes next. All right, what we have next is a triple threat match between former members of the Asylum. We've got the Shark Man on the left, Lee Crowley in the middle, and Doubt on the right. Lee Crowley, as you may know, if you were with us last month, won our prestigious event Ring King and has been on quite a tear, doing very well in the ring, in competition, as well as very easily manipulating his two former brothers in the Asylum group that he turned on last month. So let's see how this match go. Can Lee Crowley continue his good run, or will the Sharkman or Doubt put him in his place for the things he has done? All right. Doubt and Sharkman are going to work together here at the beginning of the match. Doubt goes ahead and nails a big move. Oh, Sharkman follows it up with one of his own. No, he doesn't. I need to stop skipping to the main part and read what comes before. Doubt stopped him. Doubt knocked him from the top rope out of the ring. The emotion heads towards Crowley. Doubt wants him one-on-one. Vicious kicks, but Crowley doesn't care. He's grinning. He's enjoying this. Doubt nails the end of wisdom, the axe kick. And then he nails the cause of doubt, standing moonsault. But Sharkman's back in it. Sharkman is going back after Doubt. Sushi kick. And he makes a cover on Doubt. 1, 2. Crowley breaks it up. He may want them to fight each other, but I don't think he wants either of them to take a win. Not one that he can get. Shark dive. Oh, but it misses. Lee gets the knees up. Crowley takes a cover. 1, 2. No, Sharkman powers out. The Ring King is up. He's ready to go. And then he nails the trauma. The top rope leg drop. Brutal. Great move. But brutal. Crowley's going to take another pin. 1, 2. 2.5. 3. No! Doubt broke it up at the last second. He broke it up at the last second. That was so close. Knock Knock, former tag team champions, legendary tag team. Lee Crowley, or as he was known then, Smiley and Doubt. Now they're just enemies. They're trading blows. They're going at it. Doubt goes for the pessimist end, but it misses. Lee gets out of the way. Doubt's back up. The Chelsea grin. The spinning heel kick. But Sharkman's back in it. But Lee grabs the mask. Hideous laughter. 1, 2, 3. Huge win for Lee Crowley. Pinning the Sharkman. Beating his former stable mates. Taunting them, sitting on the turnbuckle. Beautiful. Beautiful match. Great contest. Lee Crowley continues his winning ways. Continuing the run that he started a month ago, even more than a month ago, whenever he started his run in the Ring King tournament. He hasn't had very many missteps since then. But what do we have next? We have a segment. Hysteria and Edward Newton. This is our World Championship match. Newton, the champion, on the right. Hysteria on the left. This isn't the match. I probably should say this is just a segment involving these two. But this is the feud for the world title. It's entitled Of Men and Monsters. Hysteria in the middle of a graveyard, staring down at the tombstones of his family. Visiting his family for Christmas. But Newton is there. Newton says he has answers. Osric Mortimer reference. Good thing I talked about him earlier. Osric Mortimer, at least as far as we know, is the one that set the fire that killed Hysteria's family. But he was just the monster, according to Newton, created from the man that was Nicholas Brocken. And in turn, he created the monster that you've become. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Evil has a mother, the mother of all. She created the monster. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the, Dean, this is the segment that you wanted to show me but stopped yourself and said you weren't, I bet. Great stuff. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. The implication, at least, I feel like it's pretty clear, but since it doesn't directly say it, you know how Dean Mason twists go. It feels like that Mother, the character, is the one that he's talking about. Question is Edward Newton telling the truth? Is he lying? Is he just trying to manipulate hysteria? Or what? Either way, I have to say this brings those different feuds together. This is pretty great. Obviously, seeing everything coming together is pretty great. I need a better word than great. I think I need to use something different because I've said great a ton. But yeah, Mother having created Scarecrow and Osric Mortimer, at least as far as we can tell. We've got, let's see, some interesting stuff here in the chat. The virus being on the same level of Mother. We'll see. We'll see. But we're going to move on forward. See what we've got next. We've got perhaps a match. Yes, a mixed tag team match. We've got only the gentlemen involved, but there's probably a reason that the ladies aren't there in the picture. On the left, we've got Marvelo, who had a revelation about his father earlier. We have King Royal on the right, the 2016 Ring King. Since this is the all-killer, no-filler edition, I'm not going to explain the long history of why there are two people named Raquel there, except to say that Queen Raquel and Raquel otherwise could be intermatched based on their appearance, except Queen Raquel has an eye patch because one of the Genesis members, which is Mother and Scarecrow, ripped out her eye earlier in the year. So let's jump down here and get some of this match on here. This match is also for the Double Feature Championship. Oh, Dean didn't have time to make the other Raquel poster. All right. So let's jump into this match. You guys are probably halfway through it. So I'll skip until this nice section with a lot of bold. Marvel goes to the wrong corner. One thing to remember from the storyline is that Queen Raquel is quite a bit more adept in the ring at fighting than normal Raquel is. But King Royal nails the Royal Flush, 4 belly-to-back suplexes in a row. Gets a 1, He gets a 2. But Marvelo kicks out. Let you guys sink in on this paragraph here. It is important to note as we're reading through this, Royal's got stuff on his mind. He has had someone giving him messages and imploring him to join them over the last month. But we don't really know who the person is that's doing it or why. Queen Raquel is laying it down here. Springboard Phoenix Splash. Someone needs to, she needs to be an actual character. Someone needs to handle her for a month or something. That would be neat. But Marvelo's Raquel tags in. The Queen cackling. Raquel charges the Queen, but the Queen gives her a belly-to-belly suplex. The Queen makes the cover. 1, 2. But no, Raquel rolls the shoulder up. The Queen is mad. King Royal holds her, and the Queen lays in with a bunch of punches and licks her hand and slaps her in the face. Nice. Ref breaks it up. I don't think Raquel has had a single bit of offense here yet. But she gets busted open. Queen Raquel is laying it down on her. Busted her open. Oh, but Marvelo's mad. He runs into the corner, nails a drop kick, tags himself in. He's not playing games anymore. Are we seeing it? Are we seeing the moment that Marvelo turns serious and powers up? Is he taking his father's mantle? He nails a kapu kick on Queen Raquel. Headbutts her. The Queen hits the King. He rips off the eye patch and nails her head into the turnbuckle. Brutal. Brutal. A year. Or maybe less than a year. 8 months-ish of fury from Marvelo to the woman that betrayed him. But Royal's in. They're going at it. This feud has been going on for a long time. Royal goes up to the top, but Raquel grabs his legs. Marvelo, top rope, 5-point palm exploding heart technique from Pai Mei himself. A superplex. He covers. 1, 2, 3. Marvelo has done it. He finally clicked. He noticed Raquel. He stopped ignoring her. If you recall, she got kidnapped 2 weeks ago because he wasn't paying any attention, and it lit up the fire inside. He didn't fight for himself, but for her, and he is the new double feature champion. Congratulations to number 1. What a damn match. Beautiful. That's the match of the night thus far. I agree with Dean. Great stuff. I don't know who wrote this, but big props. Big props on this. That was as beautiful as I've seen. Great match. Nobody knows who wrote it. All right, yeah, great Great stuff here. Great stuff here. Oh, Rob wrote it. The Married Man. Dean and I said it at the same time. Great stuff. Yes. Yes, whenever you watch this, um, great match. Great match. I think every match to come is going to have to try to top that. Awesome, Rob. Great match. Just perfectly utilized both characters. I'm impressed. Woo! We've seen a Marvelo segment earlier. Are we going to see one for the King? Ha! We are! This segment is called Follow Me If You Want to Live. And just moments after their match, the King and Queen, they're making a hasty retreat. And of course, the King's chariot awaits. But his men are falling. Arrows, nice! Some archers out of somewhere. The King gets Raquel into the chariot. But that man is there. His men won't hurt. Betamax? I feel like the last time we saw Betamax was that psychic segment, like months and months ago. Betamax, awesome, badass. Betamax, I don't even know how to explain Betamax, but he's an old character, kind of a authority figure-ish type. But Betamax has recruited, or is trying to recruit, it looks like, the King for everything going on with the Chief. This is about good versus evil. It's not about war. It's about life and death. What? So Betamax's father, El Rojo, was King Royal's uncle? Betamax and Nigel Royal are related? Almost like brothers? Oh! Badass! Badass! Badass. Betamax and Nigel Royal are cousins by blood, brothers by, I guess, relationships. All right. Very nice, guys. This is very interesting. And it looks like, based on the nod, that King Royal, or Nigel Royal, I noticed the use of Nigel Royal at the end, seems to be going to join him. Dean bringing out the continuity. Early VHSs, Betamax used to favor Royal. Hashtag master plan. I do remember that. I do remember that. That's some beautiful long-term planning. Beautiful stuff. Well, let's move past that and go ahead and check out what we've got next, which is a match, it looks like. Maybe. Maybe a match. Maybe not. Yes, it's labeled as a match. The Underground versus the Family. The Underground we saw earlier. Calypso seems to be infected. Jake Jekyll is still going to Carry her if need be. The family is on the right. We've got DTR, Maximilian, and Jensen Cussen from left to right of those. Let's see how this goes. Jake starts the match off. Million's bushy beard. He's still going into Jekyll here. DTR comes in. Nice. Some double teams. Backstabber into the lights out leg drop. DTR makes a quick cover. 1, 2, kick out. Former world champion like Jake Jekyll ain't going to go down that easy. Although it is of note, DTR is also a former world champion. We've got 2 of those in this here match. The fuck off rising elbow. I love seeing it every time it's used, which I'm pretty sure it's been used in every match since it was innovated. I'm going to stop because there's some interesting bits here in the chat. Dawson bringing up the temple segments that I even feel like they were last year that those segments occurred, are related to all of this with El Rojo, and very good shout. It's the temple stuff has been in play for a long time, but anyway, let's continue on with the match. Where was I? Another fuck off rising elbow is where I was. Calypso is puking. What is with all of this just puke in these segments with these people? Can we just have the virus taken care of so that we don't have to have any vomit? But she's still getting beat up. The family is taking the underground to school. Calypso is pretty much out of the match, sick on the sidelines, and Jake Jekyll is getting his ass handed to him. We've got a 1, a 2, and a 3. The family has won. Wait, no. Jake's got his foot on the bottom rope. But the lights have went out. And yeah, the overlay kind of covers that up, but I wanted to wait and give it the moment here. So the lights have went out. Who's going to come out? We've got some lyrics. I don't know these lyrics, but I probably should. Jack Jekyll, the return, the brother, the boogeyman bomb, the boogeyman bomb. The amazing Jekylls working together, the Hatchet 2.0. Jensen gets hit with the Jack in the Box. The cover on Million. 1, 2. Oh, but another kick out. Jack slides back in the ring, but the family's holding him back. Calypso's sick. Brass knucks. Million uses brass knucks. Makes a cover. Jack's being held back. Calypso's puking. 1, 2, 3. The family wins. Even with Jack Jekyll, the family pulled it all together. And the Jekylls, the underground, are left with the deathly ill Calypso. Wow. Return of Jack Jekyll, guys. Return of Jack Jekyll. Big moment there. Jack Jekyll has been tied into a lot of this since it kind of began. Not began, but since a lot of it to do with Jake. Wow. But we're going to get here, it looks like, a little continuation of this. The segment is entitled, I'll Carry You. The family have done it. They hit the bricks, get the heck out of there. And Calypso convulsing, the ooze leaking out. Jack pulls Jake off and dies. The virus decimated Calypso. Jake, unflappable Jake Jekyll. This has affected him. Brotherly hug. Jake recruited her to stop this, and she's the one that died. But he picks her up. And Jake carries her off, remembering his words to her, I'll carry you. Wow. Brutal stuff here, brutal stuff. The death of Calypso to the virus. The Jekylls are united. But Jake tried to be the hero, and it's not working out for him real well there. Wow. That's it's definitely going to lead to probably a change, maybe in who Jake is, or maybe even a reversion to the Beast. All right. Moving on to the next contest here, we've got Hades versus Ordell Terminus. All right. This is a singles match. This has been a good little feud here. Let's see how it, well, I won't say concludes, but let's see what happens next. Although, I suppose you could say it will have a conclusion because the loser is going to die. But that's never stopped anybody in OSW, has it? Hades goes to finish it early. Oh, inverted Frankensteiner to the cold, hard floor. These guys are fighting at the gates of Hades, I believe. He's already busted open Hades. The god refuses to stay down. Hades has got the tooth. He's able to unlock the gate. Ordell throws a rock at him. Bloody-faced Ordell Terminus charging. That's what I like to see. Nothing like a good bloody baby face. But Hades has Ordell's Hill. Ordell throws the key away. Ordell gets kicked with the Spartan kick, the Abyss, into the lock gate. And he yells out, "Kneel or die." But Ordell chooses death and spits in the face of Hades. A rock to the face. Ordell is bringing it. But Hades ain't having it. He's slamming Ordell face first into the lock. Oh, brutal. It's over, it looks like. Hades is beating him to a pulp. He goes to collect his prize. But Ordell, I choose death. The hero is still standing. Massive knee strike. DDT. Leaping Inception. Ordell is going. He's got his neck. And he snapped his freaking neck. Ordell Terminus has snapped the neck of Hades. He sent the god of the underworld back to his own domain. Brutal, brutal match. He did choose death. Ordell Terminus did choose death, but it wasn't his death. Very good, Dawson, you wrote this. Great match writing thus far. Fatality. Great, great stuff here. This feud has been wonderful. Yes, and the line is cut off, but I do like how it ends. The god of the underworld has been sent back to his own domain, not as a king, but as a spirit. Very, very good final line there. So Hades does get to return to the underworld. Great stuff here. Once again, want to say thanks to everybody for coming out. We've got far more than I anticipated, so that's really really pleasing here. The show thus far has just been phenomenal, I have to say. Big moments up and down the card. All right, let's see the next segment with Ordell, the king of the underworld. Terminus is looking for the key. Oh, wow. Lee Crowley is at the gates of the underworld. The key tightly in his grasp. Terminus wants to know how he's there. Crowley follows him because it's a place fit for a king. I get it now. He unlocks it. But Lee is now in the underworld. It's too late. Ooh, I love some good terrifying stuff. Flesh and bone on the walls, limbs, groaning heads, sounds of agony, rivers of blood, tortured victims. Lee, the throne of flesh and bone. He sits down and says, "Welcome to the family. All hail your new king." Damn. Badass here. This is another army, I guess. Oh. Oh. I don't know if I'm able to get this on the screen the way I want to. There's someone in the crowd, I'll say that he has found. And it is none other than Bruce Van Chan. Damn! We've got Bruce Van Chan there in the domain of the new king. How that gonna work out? If you all recall, Bruce Van Chan slayed his alter ego, Dr. Sleep, several months ago, maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I don't know when it was, and was sent to the underworld. Looks like he's back, baby. Nice. Badass. This is huge, huge twist here. Seeing the return of Bruce Van Chan. Well, in so much as it is being under the domain of Sam. Hopefully he's just an NPC. That's great. And the great question here from Dean, or at least I think he's getting ready to ask it. What's actually back here? What do we actually have in front of us? What is actually going to happen with the spirit in the underworld? Tortured and tormented. Good line from Dean. There's a reason he writes all this stuff. And Zach, it would be Bruce the White. He was Gandalf the Grey before he fought the Balrog. Come on, man, get with it. Nerd cred. Down. I shouldn't laugh at that, Rhett. But yeah, Bruce Van Chan. If you're unfamiliar, big baby face. Who knows if he will still be, but big name in OSW history. All right, what's next? This show's just starting to cook. I mean, it's been cooking for a while, but it's starting to cook with high heat, just to make the analogy work. Oh, look at this. I think we're going into the prison. Sheriff Law versus Cale Gable. This has been a very long-running storyline. They're in the prison yard. The inmates are in the hizzy. Cale Gable, Sheriff Law, they're ready to go at it. All right. Little old Law here tried to get out of this match, but I think Cale Gable is going to give him a new brand of justice. Got him. That was a good put together there. We've even got the inmates around. So it's kind of a lumberjack match. power bomb through the bleachers is the first big spot. That's what's up. Sheriff Law is a brutal, brutal individual. But Cale Gable is going to go at it with all he has got. The inmates. Oh, they're attacking both of them. They don't like the law, and they don't like the gold medalist. But Sheriff Law's got a plank of wood from the broken bleacher. He breaks it against the back of Cale's head. Gable's bloody. Oh, German suplex into the dirt. But Cale's got him for another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. I'm not sure how many I've said, but he hits a whole bunch. 10 of them. The 10 carat. Law's barely holding on. But the inmates throw him towards Cale. A big boot. I'm just going to get a bunch of this here on the screen, I think. Oh, they both fall off the bleacher. The suplex cutter through the bleachers from the top row. Damn. Bringing out the big spots on this one. And that is it. Cale stands tall. But Sheriff Law isn't done. What's going to happen next? Entitled Law and Order. Same characters, continuation. Cale Gable has finally done it. He's finally beaten Sheriff Law. Law lays it down, telling him he's just like him now. Gable's too good for that. He'll be nothing like him. He didn't want to kill him. He wanted to restore order. Gable walks away. Law rightfully points out that the inmates will kill him. But Cale lays him down with the hero's speech. That he put himself there. His ways. Beautiful line here. If you decide to leave me here, that's on you, kid. And then Gable turns around with, I can live with that. Because Sheriff Law ain't. All right. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. One of my matches is up next. As soon as the picture goes around loading. The Mike Lane versus Brent Kirsch match. Brent Kirsch is trying to get the Shadow out. The Scarecrow set him on this mission a month ago. And he's walked away from his family in order to try and extract the Shadow from Lane. We'll see what happens. It's a first blood match as well, tying into the story. I believe it has to do, and I really should remember this, but I believe Kirsch has to mix their blood together. The blood of a pure person is the only one that can save him. Either way, great first line here. Possibly the greatest hero OSW has ever known. The Enforcer Brent Kirsch steps up one last time to try and save a former hero from himself. We'll see if the shadows have completely engulfed Mr. OSW. I guess we will. Ooh, ha! Steel pipe right to the weapons. Steel pipe to Brent Kirsch. He's going to break his arm. Oh, the steel bends itself. Modified backdrop right on his bad arm. This is not looking good for the Enforcer. Lane gets a vicious knee to the temple. Kirsch hits him hard, but he can't keep using that arm. Oh, yes! The rolling in the fast lane. A rolling knee to Brent Kirsch's left arm. Oh, the Enforcer spine buster. These two guys are putting everything they got into it. It's a wonder Brent Kirsch doesn't have a broken arm yet. These guys have, this is probably their biggest match yet against one another. And there's a whole lot hanging in the balance. Oh, the shadow kick, but it doesn't bust him open. Kirsch has a steel chair. Or no, Lane has a steel chair. Goes for the shadow kick, but Kirsch has the chair. Oh, Lane kicks the steel chair. His knee's damaged. Great move, Zach. I don't know if you remember, this is a callback, but Tommy Hawk injured the knee of the shadow kick many years ago at the Fastlane event. Good callback. Probably not intentional. Anyway. A one-arm Southern discomfort on the steel chair. Boom! Busts his ass open. Brent Kirsch wins. Well, congratulations to Pat. That's two in a row for you. I'm going to need a rematch at some point. We can't let these things become a habit. Great match. Beautiful match here. Really loved it. Thank you, Zach. But we've got a segment to follow. We're going to continue this story, see what happens next. And it is entitled The Holy Trinity. All right. Very interesting. Holy Trinity is a term in religion, if you weren't aware. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. So Brent Kirsch is beating him, but it's not over. Oh, repeated headbutts. Brent's trying to bust himself open. Oh, 7 more times. The blood is mixing. He says the words. But the shadow screams. The black veins slowly begin to retreat. And Lane goes limp. Flutter. We know what that means. The Scarecrow. The Scarecrow is here. All 3 men are up. Day 1 members of the OSW roster, all in the ring at the same time. Surprisingly, for once on the same side. At least I think so. Mike Lane says thank you. And the Scarecrow gets... They'll take a mountain, but as the founding fathers, the cornerstones of the temple, put aside our differences to not only survive, but be victorious. Oh, yeah. The Shield. They did the Shield thing. The Holy Trinity. Yeah. We're coming for everybody. Well, we're good guys, so everybody's going to come to us. Oh, badass. That's awesome. Awesome segment. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Was not expecting to see that. Sam does not know the the speak to spell. Oh no, he hit Sierra. Okay. All right, that's awesome. Great segment here. Great segment. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. Badass. Hands in the middle probably would have been a little bit stupid. I think the fists work. The fists work. All right. I think the battle lines and the good versus evil war are being drawn. Very, very nice. Huge segment. Go Team Unity, go! Oh, are we up to the final 3 matches? All right. All right. No, I think there are 4 matches left, actually. If I'm counting correctly. All right. Captain Zappa versus Bobby Neptune, the Intergalactic War. We're gonna see how this turns out. This one, the fate of the Earth. Bobby Neptune stands against Captain Zappa. Captain Zappa, who represents the Zeta. Aliens. Bringing about war. Excuse me. And Neptune opens wild, going after Zappa real quick. Oh! Zappa with the fist instead of the camel clutch. Ha! Zappa yells out, "All hail the mothership." That's what's up. That's what's up. Neptune stands alone. In this war, anyway. Ooh. Neptune's face into the guardrail. Zappa with the steel chair. Ooh, into the hand. I don't know why. Hits to the hand always make me cringe. Ooh, busted open. We got a lot of blood. There's gonna be more. Neptune doesn't quit, not yet. He got the steel steps. This isn't good. He's pinned him. He's got the guardrail. Oh! Baseball slide into the... Oh, he broke his arm. And Neptune quits. He broke his arm. Damn. Captain Zappa went all the way down. What does this mean for the Earth? What does this mean for Neptune? Damn. All right, I think we've even got the segment. I want to see what happens next. Let's go into it. What's up with the Zeta? To the Skies is the name of the segment. They're both sent up there to the Zeta. And they take him away. I think that's going to be another implied death. But the plans have changed. They've got Zappa. They've turned on him. They thought their mission was to invade the planet and make it their own, and that he was the one they could utilize to do it. Zappa says he is. Done everything you've asked. He's ready to lead it, but the Zeta shakes his head. They're Valerian. He wasn't chosen to lead the salvation. He wasn't chosen to lead the invasion of Earth. They just needed him to believe that so he'd kill Lyra. He was chosen to defend Earth against evil. Against them. Oh, Zappa's got the pistol. He's not going to be taken so easily. The Great War is yet to come. I feel like that terminology has already been used today. Earth itself cannot be delivered. Chosen to save the planet. Neptune was chosen to save them. Who do you think Lyra was protecting him from? Valerians, it's worth noting, are the race that Lyra Starchild came from. They weren't the Zeta at all. They were just pretending to be. That's a pretty big twist. That's that kind of rewrites the entire way that we've seen this. Wow. Your planet could not hold our kind. It's weak. Neptune is going to deliver it to them. But Zappa kills him. Oh, snap. Self-destruct. And there at the end, one sentence says a lot. Zappa stands alongside two of the three members of the Holy Trinity, says we need to talk. Lyra was good all along. All along. The whole thing. Oh, man. Brilliant. Brilliant. Zappa is now... He's now on the same page with everyone else. The Valerian ship has been destroyed. Now, we are down to 3 matches left. The first of which is Lux Bellator versus Solomon Rhodes. Here we go. In this match, if you recall the end of the last show, they were on the roof. Well, this match is going to start on the roof. And it's snowing. The roof is where the altar is. The altar holding the book, 7 seals, only 1 remains. And the seal drips to fill the final bowl of God's wrath on the earth. With a flash of lightning, Lux Bellator arrives. And with a whoosh of fire, Solomon Rhodes, the dragon, is here. It's going down. And in the snow, they go at it. On the roof of the tap room, under the night sky, snow blasting around them. And immediately, Lux Bellator busts Rhodes' head open with a brutal headbutt. But the dragon, oh, he licks it up. He doesn't care. White dust flies in the air under the torrent of snow. And yes, Anton, it snows in Miami because that's what the show is. It's snow. Red snow. It's becoming red. Darkness takes the tap room. The Dark Warrior knocks Bellator, fights back. But a lightning strike allows Lux Bellator to nail a cross body block. And they go flying down, roll across the glass skylight that leads down into the tap room. Double pane, soundproof glass. It will not break. But both men avoid it, regardless. They fight at each other, clawing. The rage of 1,000 suns. His white hair now stained red, because I love that imagery. I use it a lot. Rhodes nails the super kick. Bellator's on the edge of the roof. Flailing in some horrible approximation of a snow angel. Another headbutt to the wounded forehead of Solomon Rhodes. The blood is flowing. And yes, thanks, Dean, for having the snow continue on. Hey, we're not to that part yet, Dean. So, anyway, they're still going at it. The side sunset flip. Oh, and there's a cover. Finally. 1, 2. But it's kicked out. It won't be that easy. Bellator takes him to the edge of the roof. But Rhodes switch places. Double foot stomp on the concrete. But Bellator moves. The concrete is crushed. It would have killed Lux Bellator. But Lux Bellator ain't done. He gets behind him, picks him up in the crucifix. He looks at the roof's edge, but instead he goes the other way, towards the skylight. The Catholic cross, running crucifix powerbomb on the glass, and Solomon Rhodes goes through the skylight. He lands on the rafter girders that the lights hang on. He dangles above the mat, 20, 30 feet. He said he wanted death. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Bellator stands above him, jumps down. But the Tongan death grip on Lux Bellator. They're dangling. They're dangling above the roof. Or not above the roof, above the mat. But Rhodes pulls him in. Boom! The chaos theory. The code breaker. And Lux falls all the way. 20, 30 feet down to the mat. Boom! He's gotta be dead. Lux Bellator has fallen from the rafters down to the mat. But it's not over. He looks down, and the tap room is pretty hype. He's gonna do it. He's gonna fucking do it. The double foot stomp from the rafters. He calls this blood from the rafters all the way down. But Lux Bellator rolls away. Son of a bitch. Rolls away at the last second. Lands with a thud on the mat. Motionless. They're both down. Light and dark have both been taken all the way down to the mat. Lux Bellator. He swings his arm over the chest. A new official's out there. Slides into the ring. 1, 2, 3. He got him. He got him. No, he didn't. Fraction of an inch. Rhodes' shoulder barely moved, but it was enough. The dragon is alive. Lux Bellator is pissed. He's pissed. He roars. But then something happens. Lux Bellator looks up, and you hear it. Drip, drip, silence. The seal is broken. The bowl is full. This is what we've all been waiting for. Bellator, just as he's done many times, reaches up, lightning flying down, and the bowl appears in his hands. But Rhodes is standing. He's standing up after that. His hands, fire. He's glowing with fire. His sweat evaporates by the fire that's raging. He is going to do cliffhanger. Good one, Sam. Lux Bellator pours it, but before he can, Rhodes reaches out. Fire rushes from his hands. It leaves nothing but a mist. It's consumed. The eyes. The victory. The victory has been achieved. And Rhodes, for the first time in a long time, has relief on his face. But that flame in his hand, it goes out. And Bellator grins. Rhodes reaches all over his body. The flame has gone out. Rhodes, he falls to his knees in shock, in pain. The fire is gone and it's never coming back. The fire is gone. Bellator steps up, grabs him. It's all about the mission. The front flip pile driver, the disciple maker. He runs his elbow right into the forehead gash. 1, 2, 3. The dragon has been slain. Lux Bellator has succeeded. Covered in blood and glass, he rises, staring down at the broken body of the last man to stand in his way. Nothing will stand between Lux Bellator and his mission now. And we're going to keep cooking, because the next segment's already here. Solomon Rhodes has failed. His fire has been taken. And God knows what's left of him. The 7th bowl. Rhodes can't move. The fire has left him paralyzed now that it's gone. The bowl, Lux picks it up, and it glows. That fire fills the bowl. It wasn't what was in it. It was the power that he stole from the dragon. The entire arena shakes. Dust, everything pummeling to the ground. He turns the bowl to pour it into the canvas. The molten liquid now burns straight through the mat. Smoke plumes into the air with such ferocity that even Bellator steps backwards. And he has got a spiel here, the same one he has done. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, he pours out God's wrath upon our wretched souls. But nothing, absolutely nothing happens. And just as we all are, Lux is shocked. It may have burned through the canvas, but nothing is happening. Nothing at all. Rhodes is gone. The 7 bowls were supposed to bring about the end of times. Instead, it's done nothing at all. Was Lex Bellator truly a misguided soul? He doesn't know himself. What the hell just happened? Well, the bowl has been poured. And there was no God's wrath. The world was not drowned in their own sin. What the hell is going on? All right, well, glad you guys enjoyed the match from reading the chat. Man, that segment right there. The moment. And Rhodes is gone. Is Rhodes dead? Is he just disappeared? What the hell happened? Trevor with the prediction. A zombie fed. Wow. Wow, this is huge. This is the culmination, in a lot of ways, of what's been going on for quite a long time. But we're going to move on. To the world title match. Hysteria versus Edward Newton. Newton's streak. Undefeated. He's never been beaten. And Hysteria, another former world champion. They were aligned in injustice, and now the Riddler meets the Joker. Who will emerge as the winner? This is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, 8-9 months. Dean, I'd say for the Bills of the Bold. The Bowl, not the Bold. All right, let's see here what we've got. And this match is a death match. Hysteria bum rushes him as he comes out to the tap room. Perfect. Newton goes right at him, taking him into the stone wall. Or Hysteria goes right at him, driving Newton into the stone wall. Newton gets to his feet. He grabs his title belt, of course he does, and nails Hysteria with it. Oh, he splinters his mask. That's got to be like a yearly thing now. Hysteria's mask was broken last year, too. But Newton asked for this, and you can see why. He hits him with the DDT and spears him through the metal doors. They're backstage. Newton grabs him, slamming the doors right on his head. Hysteria's got busted open. He's got blood dripping down his forehead. Newton, this is a new side of Edward Newton. He is going to town all the way on it. And he throws him through a plate glass window. Glass is everywhere. Hysteria is being outdone here in a death match. Not what anybody expected. But Hysteria's still got a lot in him. Steel chair to Newton's face. He's got glass embedded in his shoulder. He's got Newton. Slicing glass across his forehead. Blood. He digs the glass into his skin, laughing like the sick fuck he is. I like it. Dragon suplex into the wall. Neither of these guys are good men. If you can call them men sometimes, they are more animals sometimes. They blow up a table. They're wandering through backstage using anything they can use to just beat the shit out of each other. Big right hook. Using the steel. Newton stalking him practically. He spears him through a concrete wall. And Newton, great touch. He dusts himself off. Maybe he cracked his ribs. Hysteria. Nails him below the belt. Or no, Newton nails him below the belt. No, Newton dropped him below the belt. I got it. Hysteria with the sledgehammer. Onto Newton's hand. Breaking the steel and possibly even Newton's hand. The sledgehammer gets stuck in the wall. And he cracks Hysteria's mask. He rips it apart. Yes. Blood. The crimson mask is what Hysteria is left with. Hysteria gets pissed. He's after him. They're back to ringside. They're back to ringside. Big DDT from Hysteria. He heads up to the top of the entranceway. Newton crashes down with a big kick. Hysteria dives off. Championship belt to the face. Newton, he got him with the title belt. Newton, he's out. He's done. Not Newton. Hysteria is down. He's done. Newton is still the champion. What a damn finish. The title belt was set up in the first 2 paragraphs of the match, and it's what caused the finish. Newton. Caps off his year with that badass match. Badass. Big congrats to Mel. They're killing it, man. killing it. I'm super happy for you. All right. Oh. Oh, Mel is here, but he couldn't log in. Mel, if you're watching then, big ups to you. Big ups. Yeah, man, I can't say enough about what you've done. It's unprecedented. And you deserve all the accolades you get. 30-0. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Dean has it right. It's, you know, winning 30 matches, period, is a big deal, but without losing is not really much to say about it. You know, other than, you know, it's so huge. All right. Let's go forward then. Because I think, yeah, I have another segment here. It is apparently another aftermath. The Temple of Solomon. All right, so we get to find out what happened to him. Rhodes has been, looks like, spirited or teleported off to a bed somewhere. But there's a guy that's trying to bring him back, I guess, dabbing him with a water-soaked cloth. He's in a secret vault beneath the temple. The man's name is Godfrey, and I must enlighten you to a past you know nothing of. He is to fight the evil, protect the innocent. The greatest war most of humankind will have ever seen, but not known to have existed, will take place inside of the tap room, the temple. But Rhodes doesn't care. He failed. But Godfrey is a knight? Chainmail? A white robe? Red cross? This is the Temple of Solomon. They're the Knights Templar and will lead them, and Solomon will lead them during the biggest crusade. Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory. Godfrey kneels. Well, Rhodes will lead the Knights Templar and fight for the good of humankind. And there's more of them. Swords. Kneeling. Hell yeah, badass. All right. Nice. I like that. That's a very interesting new path for Solomon Rhodes, considering everything that has been built up. I really like that. That's going to be hot fire. Knights. We got some knights going on, like chainmails and swords, and the Knights Templar. And if you know anything about the Knights Templar, they're a real interesting group of people. So yeah, so the side of good has got another group. Whew, all right. Okie dokie. What do we got next? We got the Chief. We got the Chief. And we've got its segment entitled Searching. The Chief is searching through the tap room. The building is shaking. And he gets a call. Well, have you located them yet? Oh, shit. Godfrey was the dude. They're all in cahoots. That was the match that the chief or that the people requested, that they asked the chief for. Rhodes and Lux was. Wow. Chief, when the time comes, you must do what it takes to ensure the survival. If you fail, we will fight all of us, but if the war leaves this temple, the entire world will fall. The chief is going to do what he has to do. Before the night's out, he's going to end it. And a scream bellows from within the darkness. And the chief's still looking around. Well, okay. I think I'm going to leave this one and move on. Very interesting segment here. Lots of things implied that I just kind of want to get to and see what's coming. We've got a lot of show left. But we have got our final match coming up right now. Mother versus the Scarecrow. This is it, the last match of 2017, the finale of Red Snow III. As the tension mounts, will the chief find what he needs? Will the Scarecrow defeat his creator? And they just stare each other down. And then they go in. Scarecrow is a powerhouse, but Mother has her own charms in the ring. Oh, Scarecrow shakes the ring, slamming her into the ring post. Oh, and he tosses her out to the outside of the ring. Mother is on the retreat here. Oh, but she nails a massive DDT. But Scarecrow ducks and she hits the steel post. Oh, she may have just broken her leg. Oh, damn. But the black mist. Scarecrow gets hit with the black mist from Mother. He's blinded. Scarecrow dodges the kick, plants her into the mat with the bye-bye birdie. She bounces off like a basketball. 1, 2. Oh, but Mother gets the shoulder up. Scarecrow stares down. He gets her up from the crucifix powerbomb position. The lights go out. The crowd hushes. As they come back, Scarecrow is on the mat. He's locked in the Mother's embrace. Great line. Scarecrow might control the darkness, but Mother is the master of it. She pulls back and she's trying to choke him out. But the lights go out again. Go out again. Scarecrow's knocked out. 1, 2. Ah, but Scarecrow gets his shoulder up too. Mother nails the Bomay. Hooks the leg again. 1, 2. No! Scarecrow still gets the shoulders up. It's not going to be that easy. She rushes back in, but runs right into the haymaker. Followed by the bye. No! Mother nails a spinning DDT. She goes for the finishing blow. But Scarecrow sits up and grabs her. Mother tries to fight out, but Crow climbs up. Super bye-bye birdie. Mother goes through the ring. A hole in the ring. Mother is inside of it. That's gotta be it. He threw her through the damn ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mother is climbing out of the hole. Black bile drips down her mouth. Mother spits it out onto the canvas. It burns through the canvas. Another one. Bye-bye birdie. 1, 2. No. No. Mother still has the shoulder up. How in the hell is he going to finish this? She sits up. They're going at it. She spits the black mist into his face again. Happily ever after. The kick drills him, but he doesn't go down. She comes back. Another one. Mother hits a third one. A fourth. Repeatedly hitting happily ever after. 1, 2, 3. Mother has done it. Damn. She put down her creation. She's proven she is greater than her greatest creation. Damn. What a finale. How many, what was that, 5? Yeah, no, 4. 4 of them in a row. Damn, what a finish. That is how you beat the monster. Well, plus being a monster. She took everything. She went through the ring. Wow. If that doesn't prove the power of Mother, I don't know what will. Great match. Great match. Great match. But we've got a segment with Mother and Hysteria. Is this going to pay off what we saw earlier? Hysteria is coming down to the ring as Scarecrow rises. Hysteria lays it out. Created the monster as Osric, known as Osric Mortimer. And if the Scarecrow can't do it, he will. What? Abruptly and out of nowhere, Mother grabs Hysteria by the neck and snaps it clean. Dead. Whoa. It was called Snap 2. Is that what the Alex Reese segment was called? Way back when? Oh, you're already talking about it in the chat. Wow. Pathetic mortals can't stop me. The cornerstones can't stop me. Mother has laid it out that no one is going to stop her. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. Hysteria. Dead. Mother has decimated everyone. Dawson with the ever ever smart, there's one more segment. But for right now, we're going to let this one sit. Wow. Mother took everything that Scarecrow had to offer and beat him. Hysteria tried to come out and step to her, and she ended him. Mother is it. Wow. Wow. Wes Warhammer come back to her. Oh, man. I don't know if we can handle that. Well, I think we're coming up to the finale. Dean's starting a hype machine. I'm not ready, but let's do it. I'm ready. This segment is going to have music with it. I do know that. Let me make sure I don't botch playing it.
But I know just what you running from.
This ain't no place for a hero. Wow. 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 I don't have anything to say about that. That is damn. Well, I don't really know that I have much reaction to that except stunned silence. Um, I kind of was thinking that the chief was going to be looking for the family based on the scream, but I never would have imagined how it all came together. Noah. The family. Wow. And the chief's presumed death. Damn. Yeah, it's a great song. It's a great song. Definitely, definitely check it out. I have to say this show. There's nothing I can really say except to say that it's the best one I think we've ever has ever been put together, and it all, like you said, it all came together in the end. This beautiful in a really demented sort of way, I guess. But yeah, there's not really anything I can really say. Yeah, this so many storylines either reached a culmination point tonight, or were given a place where it set off into a new chapter. And this has been the longest season of OSW to date. And you know, it the storyline demanded it, I think, with the way it was all laid out and the way it's all come together with Noah here and the war. The chief failed. The battle lines have been drawn, and I think it's up to our heroes to not let what the chief saw happen. I don't even know what to say. But I know that we're going to have a lot to talk about over the coming weeks for our break for a little while before we kick it off for the first 2018 season. But yeah, I don't know. I almost thought for theory time, I did almost think that Mother was going to be revealed with the family, and that the black mist was going to be the virus. But I guess that can happen in the future. Yeah, everybody that came, everybody that showed up, thank you so much. Um, Overall, we probably had, I don't know, let's see. We've got 21 people in here, and we probably had, um, you know, I'd say we probably are going to be close to the 25 or 26 we had for Ring King. And I can't say that was expected. So, I don't know. I'm just super hype um, that you guys all came out here tonight, especially whenever we shifted it up an hour, and super hype that the show came together the way it did. so much credit to Dean for putting this together. Creative executes a lot, but it's Dean's vision ultimately, and sometimes he guides the ship without telling us where it's going, which is not an easy task, but he pulls it off very well. So yeah, huge credit to Dean here. Just so there's not a huge thing at the end for anybody that watches this afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and sign off the show. We can probably continue the talk in the Skype chat, or maybe even put together a group call. Just whatever you guys want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and close this off. This is the conclusion of the last season of OSW for 2017. I believe it was season 7, but I don't have the top of my head. So we'll kick off the next season once the new year rolls around. Stay tuned. It's getting real. It's getting real fun. So sit back, enjoy yourselves a blue Powerade, and we'll see you next time.